All right, so today we're going to try something a little different. We're going to build an entire explainer from just a single sentence of source material. I know, it sounds kind of impossible, but you're not going to believe the story we can pull from just one simple historical fact. Okay, let's dive right in.
Okay, here it is. This single sentence. This is our whole world for the next few minutes. One sentence, but it's absolutely packed with information. On the surface, it's telling us that back in 1892, a man named J.B. Lyle was part of founding Khalsa College in Amritsar. Seems simple enough, right? Well, the real story? It's right there, hiding in plain sight.
And that's the big question we're going to answer, isn't it? We're not just going to look at this as a fact. No, we're going to treat it like an artifact, like something you'd find on an archaeological dig. We're going to dust it off, turn it over in our hands, and see what secrets it's ready to tell us.
Okay, so first things first. Whenever you're faced with something like this, the best way to start is just to break it down. Let's pull out the absolute basics, the who, what, where, and when from our sentence.
Let's start with the what. What actually happened? The text says he laid the foundation stone. Now that's more than just putting a rock down, right? It's a ceremony. It's symbolic. It means this is the official start of something big, something meant to last. That phrase alone tells you this was a huge deal.
All right, so what was it for? The prestigious college Khalsa. You got to pay attention to that word, prestigious. That's not an accident. The source is telling us from the get-go that this isn't just any college. It's a big deal, an institution with a serious reputation. It's a clue telling us to sit up and take notice. And the where? In Amritsar. Again, not just some random dot on a map. Amritsar is a city with deep historical and religious roots. So putting a major college right there, that adds a whole other layer of meaning. It's a statement about what this college was meant to be right from day one. And last but not least, the when. 1892. Just a number, but it's our anchor. It pins this whole event down in time. It lets us connect it to everything else going on in India and really the world at that exact moment. So, there we have it. The basic, undisputed facts are locked in. But trust me, we're just getting started.
Okay, so we've got the what, where, and when. Now it's time for the who. And this, my friends, is where our simple sentence starts to get really interesting.
So the guy's name is J.B. Lyle. But, and this is the crucial part, the source points out that in the original text, his name was spelled J.B. Loyal, L-O-Y-A-L. Now you could just say, it's a typo. And maybe it is. But what if it's more than that? What if it's the key that unlocks the whole story? And this is the pivot. This is where we shift gears. Because suddenly, the most fascinating thing in this whole sentence isn't the college or the date. It's that little note in parentheses about a misspelling. This is the exact moment a dry fact starts breathing and becomes a human story.
Think about that little phrase, loyal, in the text. It's tiny, but it's everything. It's like a crack in the wall that lets you peek into the past. It's proof that history isn't some perfect, clean record. It's messy. It's made by people. And people, well, people make mistakes.
So what does a tiny typo actually tell us? Well, for one, it tells us somebody messed up. Human error, right? But what's way more important is that it tells us someone else came along, saw the mistake, and fixed it. That's a whole second story. A story about checking your work, about caring enough to get it right. That little correction turns a simple error into proof that people were actually trying to be accurate.
So what's the big lesson here? What's the takeaway? It's that you can use this kind of thinking, this deep dive, on almost anything you read. It's about not just accepting information at face value, it's about looking for the little details, the cracks, the parenthetical notes, and asking why. Let's just quickly recap what we did. First, we pulled out the main fact, college founded. Simple. Then, we looked at the context, those little descriptive words like prestigious. After that, we zoomed in on the details, like the guy's name. And the final, most important step, we questioned the source itself. We focused on that little note about the typo. That four-step process, that's a seriously powerful tool for thinking critically about, well, pretty much anything. So, I'm going to leave you with a thought. We just pulled a whole story about history, about mistakes, and about the effort to be truthful, all out of one sentence. It just goes to show you, sometimes the biggest stories are hiding in the tiniest details. So my question for you is, what simple fact are you going to look at differently now? Because the stories are always there. You just have to know how to look for them.